Hey, welcome back. I know it's weird doing this in my second video, but for some reason I did a story about how a baseball nearly gave me brain damage as my first one. So I started taking art seriously not even a few weeks ago, and I can draw a few things, but I'm not very great at it. There's also animation, which I started pretty recently. I actually started because of a couple of tiny YouTubers nobody's ever heard of. At least I don't think anyone's heard of them. They're just some guys called Haminations, The Odd Ones Out, Infamous Swoosh, Jaden Animations. Anyways, after years of watching these types of content, I finally decided, yeah, that's pretty cool, I'll do that for myself. And so I started focusing on drawing an art, and I watched a tutorial on how to do basic animating. Literally a day after getting the grip on how to animate, I started my first ever video, and we all know how that went. I remember when I was in primary school, or elementary school as you weirdo North Americans will call it, I would usually go downstairs first thing in the morning and watch The Odd Ones Out with my mum. By that I mean force her to watch it because I made sure that I got to TV first. But I think she liked watching him, so I'm sure she didn't mind. Now my videos aren't anything special right now. I kind of have to keep them simple because I don't really have great animation equipment. But when I do, I am hoping that it will get a lot better. On the other hand, I'm also very interested in music. I play both the bass and the guitar. And my biggest inspiration has to be Les Claypool, world's greatest bassist, honestly. Look up Primus playing the song Tom the Cow Bonnaroo 2011 and just wait till a crazy bass solo. He's an absolute beast. Now whilst writing this I got a thought, right? If you can play guitar, bass, percussion and vocals fluently, does that make you the avatar of music? Like, you know, all four elements of music? People who can do that, I actually have crazy respect for you. That also means that Dave Grohl is the avatar of rock. I mean, that guy can literally play every single instrument and he can sing at the same time. I'm pretty sure when he went solo, he did everything by himself pretty much. Anyways, I'm also a big fan of gaming. I mean, I've basically been doing it since I was a fetus. I think one of the first games I ever played was a Need for Speed game. I don't know how, but yeah, that's what I heard anyway. I don't actually fully game as much nowadays. I normally stick to casual and simple games like Tryout Zombies, specifically World at War 2 Black Ops 3 Zombies, also Dead by Daylight occasionally. I also play Overwatch. I'm a proud Zenyatta main, but if you're a Bastion main, please reconsider all of your life choices. Oh, and when it comes to horror games, Resident Evil 7 is easily my all-time favourite. Seriously, it is perfect to me. Marguerite was just an entirely different character, and as a protagonist, Ethan Winters is an absolute legend. And when you think about how much Marguerite's name resembles Margarita, it kind of makes the game less scary when you think about how you can just think of her as some cheese spider. But Lucas Baker, on the other hand, absolute psycho. He's actually the one character that fully creeps me out, aside from Jack Baker. Now, shows. There aren't many shows that I either watch or get invested in, but when I do, it's for a good reason. There's a very specific kind of show that I like watching. The type of show where you'd have a pretty normal looking family aside for a few weird things, but over time as character development happens and change happens, their dark secrets and their past or whatever are revealed, and they have to be resolved. I don't really know the name of the genre, but if it shows like that, then I'm definitely in. One of the shows that I loved that was like this was Young Sheldon. I literally watched it daily until I finished it. Now I just need to wait for season 6 to release in the UK. Also, Avatar The Last Airbender is a sick show. Now I'm only on season 1, I don't even think I've gotten to episode 10 yet, but I think I would definitely be a waterbender if I was there. Earthbenders are too crazy, firebenders are just horrible, but airbenders and waterbenders, they are the top two. And whilst we're here, why don't we talk about South Park? The first time I watched it was probably around Christmas of 2021, around that time. I remember for a long time, like for months, I was obsessed with the show. I'd be constantly referencing it. I'd always be talking about it, playing songs from it. Literally everything to do with it, I was basically involved with. Anyways, that was just a bit about me. Sorry about my kind of nasally voice. Thanks for watching and be sure to stay tuned in for the next one. See ya.